Hi everyone, I'm Dave Spindle, back for week 2 of NFL, Dave's Fried Chicken Picks. Last week I went 10-6, pretty good solid start to start the season off, but I'd like to see if I can improve on that. Finished up good Monday night, getting both upsets correct, with the Ravens beating the Jets in the marquee matchup, and Kansas City showing us some electric stuff in the late game. We got a lot going on this week, some interesting stories. Chris Jenkins, the nose tackle, is out for the season for the Jets, which is going to be a big blow to their run defense, although their run defense is already really good, so they should be able to make it through. He only played 6 games last year. Shouldn't be too difficult for that defense to adjust. Also, Ryan Graham is out for the season this year with a severe ankle injury, so Brandon Jackson will be taking his place. So, on to the picks for this week. I've chosen to eat Bernie's roasted chicken from Columbia, South Carolina. Some finger-licking good chicken right from the bone. Delicious chicken. You can get it right on Bluff Road. Fantastic food. And I've taken it back to the humble abode of Corrigan Clark, because I like to make my picks in comfort sometimes. God just called, and he said that the Kansas City Chiefs are the most exciting thing he's seen since Kurt Warner's Rams. The Chiefs have a chance to score every time they get the ball. They got a bunch of college studs, some great special teamers, and the whole Patriots offensive and defensive coordinators from when they won all those Super Bowls. The Chiefs are looking good. They could come out with a season this year of over 500, and I expect them to take down the Browns, who didn't win last week, and I don't expect them to win very much this year. Kansas City gets the pick. Minnesota plays Miami. Miami showed up pretty good last week. Had a nice win against Buffalo, but Minnesota, they have one of the best running defenses in the league, and Miami really is a run-first football team. Even though Brett Favre doesn't have a lot to throw to, I still think the Vikings take this one soundly by a touchdown. Oakland plays St. Louis. Oakland just got gashed by Chris Johnson last week. They couldn't do anything with the ball. It's tough. They don't have a great offensive line, and Jason Campbell does love to hold the football. I think St. Louis might get Sam Bradford's first starting quarterback win of the year. I think St. Louis can get this one on the road. They're going to win it by a field goal. Denver plays Seattle. It's at Denver. Teams don't come into Denver very often and win, whether it's the altitude or the crowd or something. Seattle did really well in Pete Carroll's first game, but I think Denver will be okay. Kyle Orton does have a good winning percentage, even though he isn't a flashy quarterback to watch. No one's going to really watch this game. It's not that exciting, but I'm going to go with Denver. Both coming up on upset victories in the first week. Houston looked unbelievable with that great running game from Arian Foster. Washington defense really looked good too. It's going to be a tough match. I'm picking Houston. I think they got some good momentum, but I saw a lot more from the Skins defense than I expected. Let's see what Corrigan Clark has to say on this week's Corrigan Clark Pick of the Week.
Sitting on the toilet, sitting on the toilet, gonna take the Skins, now flush.
Unfortunately, both teams' quarterbacks suffered injured last week. Kevin Kolb was out. Matt Stafford could be out for a while with a separated shoulder. I take Mike Vick over Sean Hill. Definitely taking the Eagles this week. Dallas plays Chicago. Neither team had a great week. I expect Dallas to bounce back. They always play well at home. The home opener, Jerry World should be banging for that game. I expect Dallas to come out hard, get a big win, remind everyone why some people are talking about them with a deep playoff run. Buffalo's got the home opener, but I don't think that it's going to matter that much. Buffalo just looked atrocious in week 1. It's going to be tough for them to have a winning season. They just don't seem to have the coaching or something, philosophy. Something's got to give up there in Buffalo. I mean, Willis McGahee said all they have is Applebee's, and that might be it because they don't have much football. I'm taking Green Bay in this one. San Diego didn't look good on the Monday night opener. I think they'll use this as a bounce-back game. San Diego's going to take it big. Jacksonville, still not liking Mike Sims-Walker. He's like that really attractive girl in high school. Then she went home for the summer and she got all fat and ugly and no one really liked her anymore. That's how Mike Sims-Walker is with fantasy this year. If he's on your team, trade him now while he has value. I don't like it. San Diego's taking the game. Tennessee looked absolutely unbelievable on week 1. They might very well come through with my prediction as having them as the sleeper wildcard team of the year. They could even make a run to the Super Bowl the way that team is playing. They look unstoppable. Pittsburgh, not the same. Tennessee's going to go ahead and beat Pittsburgh, But if the Steelers get out of their first 4 games without Roethlisberger with a 2-2 record, I think a lot of people in Pennsylvania will be happy. Tennessee gets the pick. Steelers, they'll fight for it. Baltimore plays on the road again at Cincinnati. It's going to be tough to come off a Monday night game and then go into a day game away again at Cincinnati. It'll be a hard game, but Baltimore's defense looked unbelievable on Monday. The secondary could have some weaknesses. I expect Baltimore to score more than New York, but I still think the Ravens are going to take this one. Atlanta plays Arizona. Atlanta coming off a heartbreaking overtime loss against the Steelers. Even though it was away, those are difficult games to overcome. Arizona held on to beat St. Louis, but they didn't look too good. I think I'm going to take Atlanta in the home opener, but I don't expect this one to be a large game, a large gap between these two teams in this game. I think it's going to be close. I'm going to go ahead and go with Atlanta. The Patriots travel to the Meadowlands to face the Jets this week. It should be a really interesting matchup, as the Jets have anointed themselves as being the team to beat in the AFC East, in the whole AFC, and maybe in the whole league. But no one else seems to agree with that. New England's won 10 out of the last 11 AFC East championships. They won it last year, and I don't think they're going to go down without a fight. Mark Sanchez showed he can't exploit secondaries, which is the weakness of Baltimore. It's the same weakness New England has, and I don't think he'll be able to exploit it this week. The Patriots' offense looked great against Cincinnati. They're going to have trouble picking up the blitz, but they do have the best blitz offense in the league with the slot receivers, Wes Welker, and hopefully Julian Edelman if he can get on the field this week. The Patriots are going to win this one, and the Jets are going to have some questions to answer after starting the season 0-2. Indy plays the Giants in the late game on Sunday night. Everyone's going to be watching to see how the Colts come back from getting absolutely blown out by Houston last week. The Giants look good against Carolina, but they weren't even winning at the end of the first half. It'll be close, but I think Peyton Manning beats his younger brother Eli in this one. And the Monday night game, New Orleans plays the 49ers. Man, I want to pick the 49ers so bad. Something about that team makes me excited. Frank Gore, Michael Crabtree, like they could have a shot. Mike Singletary, he's a lot of fun to watch there on the sidelines, but it's really hard to pick against Drew Brees, especially on a national stage. I think New Orleans has this one easily, going into San Francisco and coming out with a win. This is what you get when you go to Bernie's. I like to thank Bernie's Roasted Chicken. This has been Week 2 of the NFL, Dave's Fried Chicken Picks. Damn, that chicken was good. Enjoy football.